I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, America! All my thoughts and prayers go out to all the Americans having to put up with the cursed, corrupt, compromised President Joe Biden and his administration. America, are you happy with what the Biden administration and what they are doing to America and for America? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. The Oversight Committee has subpoenaed big banks, including Bank of America, Cathay Bank, JP Morgan Chase, HSBC, as a part of its inquiry into the Biden family financial records. Where are the transactions allocated as payments? So China had access to deals in America. Democrat ranking member Ray Skin leaked this information in a bid to thwart corporation in the Biden family involvement. Proof, once again, the cursed, corrupt, compromised President Joe Biden and his administration is not good for America, the American people, the American taxpayer, and the environment. All the bickering within our government, is that costing the American taxpayers money? And if so, we need to put a stop to it. Another reason big government is not good for America. The biggest leak of classified documents from the Pentagon was released on the internet. The DOJ and Pentagon are searching for a source. The enemies against America are coming from within our own government. The transparency in our government is being misused, and they should be held accountable. Misuse of any government knowledge should be met with drastic consequences. Seems like everyone in our government is under some sort of investigation. It is not fair to the American taxpayer. I am sure that it is not what they voted for. The American taxpayer pays for all the investigations into our government. We as Americans did not sign up for this at all. Anybody and everybody that works for the government should be on their utmost best behavior and have the utmost respect for the position they hold and for America, the American people, and the American taxpayer, and should feel lucky to be there and not take it for granted at all. What is happening in our government now, it is obvious that it is all being taken for granted. Our government is not a playground for personal agendas, and how dare anyone think otherwise? This is why I, Ethan Kidd, with a young, confident, sensible, non-corrupt, ethical, moral mind, would make a much, much, much better president for America, the American people, the American taxpayer, and the environment. Running America is a serious business. Everyone in government should conduct themselves respectfully and honorable for America, the American people, and the American taxpayer, and the environment. All personal agendas left at the door. Drug tests routinely, background check done routinely, have a standard operating procedure for everyone in our government, for every scenario, and follow it to a T. Any part that falls outside that standard operating procedure should not be in our government. Personal agendas and other ideologies are hurting America, the American people, and the American taxpayer. Yet another reason why big government is not good for America. Let the American people make their own decisions for America and get rid of big government. Bickering, name-calling, disregard, and disrespect for the American people, corruption. Let Americans vote on every decision that has to do with America and the American people. No secrets in America. That is a setup for failure. It really is. Everything transparent and honest Obviously, we cannot have secrets because they keep getting leaked. Without any secrets, that would no longer be a problem. With the infrastructure already in place, in-house voting would be a way to alleviate division in our country. It would put it on the American people. It would get rid of big government and politicians because the American people would be representing the American people. We have done it this old way for about 230 years. Right off the get-go, it divides us, Democrat, Republican, or other. It just so happens we have the infrastructure in our homes for Americans to govern our own country. Get rid of Democrats, Republicans, and other. It would stop the division in our country. It would bring the true Americans out within us all, and everybody would just be called Americans. It would put trust and pride back to Americans. The disrespect the government has shown the American people, there is another alternative to set the standard for the American people. We should seek it out and use it out of respect for the serenity of America, the American people, the American taxpayer, and the environment. Let's use what we have for the American people out of respect for America and the American people. We owe it to ourselves. It is evident all the answers in infrastructure is right in front of us. There are so many ways out of what is happening in America. This old way of thinking is not working. This is why I, Ethan Kidd, smarter than the average bear, would make a much, much, much better president for America, the American people, and the American taxpayer, and the environment. Wins the arrogance of the thieves in suits and our government. Till next time, this is Ethan Kidd, your next president. Thank you to all the military men and women. You rock. Thank you to all the Customs and Border Patrol. Without you, our country would be overrun. Thank you to all the law enforcement across America working diligently. Thank you all for protecting the country we love. My family and I salute you and appreciate you. 1918, the government promoted 2 hens per person in the backyard of every American home will keep a family fed. Let's make America great again. Stick with South Dakota Pride with the 605 and All American Build YouTube. God bless America, and let's go Brandon. Bye.